Bismillah wa salatu salam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam amma ba'd. This is Brother Talib Abdurrahim Pugh, and I'm just again coming back to the fourth video in defense of Saudi Arabia, which is known to us, those of us who are striving hard to be upon the path of the Salaf, as the land of Tawheed. And may Allah preserve them. Allahumma Ameen. So I just was looking through some of the videos because I couldn't find any books at this time, and I just wanted to do this video and get it out the way, because I have a whole lot of works and things that I should be doing other than, and as well, this is the month of Ramadan, so I'm trying to get in my ibadah. So inshallah, hopefully you can get a gist of this, those of you who are against the Saudi government or the Saudi state, if whatever you want to call it, the Saudi kingdom, and the rulers there especially, because most won't say that they're against the land itself, because they know that's where Islam began. But they would choose to say, of course, they are against the government and they wish to overthrow it and they wish to remove it and they wish for it to be destroyed, and all these evil statements against such of a people who have been establishing and supporting Islam as long as they have been established. This is, as you notice, as right there on this video, is a statement from one of the major ulama known as Sheikh Fawzan al-Fawzan, and he had been asked a question about the people talking against and making negative thoughts. And actually, let me go back to the part when they do say, Sheikh Salih al-Fawzan was asked, what is your advice to the one who says that this dawla state wages a war against the religion and causes repression against the du'at callers? Okay, so they're asking a question to the sheikh. What is his advice as far as to the state that which is known as Saudi, the state of Saudi Arabia. It's known as a state to many people, and especially to the Muslims. So they believe that the religion, that Saudi Arabia wages war against the religion and causes repression against the du'at, the callers. A'udhu billahi, and a'udhu billahi. But I want to go forward again and to the answer. The Sheikh says in the answer here, the Saudi state, ever since it has began, has always aided the religion and its adherents, and it was not founded except upon this basis, and whatever it does at the moment. So let's continue, see what he says further. In spending material wealth to support Muslims in every place, setting up centers and mosques, or masjids as we should rather say, sending du'at to other countries, and that's clear because I know plenty of students that came from Medina University, Qura, from that university and universities of Riyadh, in different universities throughout Saudi Arabia. Okay, but I know of some students myself to other countries printing books, at the forefront of which is the Noble Quran. Okay, and I've been to the place where they print the Noble Quran. They put a lot of money into this place, and they put a lot of time and effort, and they have quality production going on there. They are not playing any games with this. This is serious for them. Why would a people be upon tagut and be so corrupt and this and like this and like this, and want to like really make a major importance on the remembrance of Allah and His word. You understand the remembrance, the dhikrullah and His kalam, His word. Where is that you people, you people who talk against them, and with ignorance especially, because you don't have a lot of clear proof. You speak out of ignorance of people that you heard with their slithering tongues, snake tongues, and statements from kuffar, even from kuffar, not even Muslims, and you go along with this, the Wahhabi myth and all this. And I'm going to speak on that, the statements of these evil statements and making negative remarks about the Muslims in those lands, in that land especially, and they call them Wahhabis. Anybody who adhered to these this type of understanding of Islam, which is the correct understanding of Islam according to the path of the Salaf as-Salih. Okay, and I will continue to see what he says later as well. Hold on. Let me see. And they opening centers of learning and faculties of knowledge, and it's judging by the Islamic Sharia. Taqihimuha, lis Sharia at Islamiyya, right? So taqihimuha lis Sharia at Islamiyya. Sorry, I'm just stumbling on here a little bit here, but alhamdulillah. And also setting up a separate body for enjoining the. Let me continue on. Good and forbidding the evil in every city. Then all of this is a clear and evident proof of its aid to Islam and its adherents. And this is a thorn. And forgive me of my stumbling, because this is transliteration. Shajiyun, which is grievance and distress. So the people who have these statements that they make against the Saudi rulership or government or its people, they make this statement because of grievance and distress in the throats of the people of hypocrisy. Ahlu nifaq, and the people of evil and dissension, shiqaq. So these people, man, these are people that we don't want to take from, and we should not take from, and we should not follow behind them. Those of us who don't have enough knowledge about the Saudi Arabian peninsula, the Saudi Arabian government, the rulership, its people, and the likes of them. So let me go on to see if the Sheikh finished up. And Allah is the aider of His religion, even if the pagans and the biased partisans may detest it. This is from the Quran. And we do not say that the state is perfect from every single aspect and that it does not have any mistakes. And I mentioned this in my other videos. And again, human beings are Bani Adam, and we all have sin upon us. We all make wrongs. We all do wrongs. There's nobody that's sinless. Even the Prophet, he was infallible, but he was not a human. He was not a being without any imperfection. You understand? This is what we have to understand. Who is to say that because they are rulerships of a land and you're supposed to be upon Islam and you're supposed to be Muslim, that you're perfect? No. The Muslim makes mistakes. The Muslim makes errors. The Muslim has weaknesses and nafs and weak desires. And we have to overcome them. That's why you have the understanding of jihad al-nafs. We fight against our lower selves. We fight against the lowly desires that we have, and that which would invite us to do evil. So we can't judge them upon that. So, but if this person who makes such a claim was to look at his own self, maybe he would benefit himself better instead of talking against what he can't even change. Okay? So, mistakes occur by every single, I meant to read the other first part, by every single person who asks, and we ask Allah that He helps this state in correcting its mistakes. Ameen. Allahumma ameen. He would find mistakes, and this is continuing what the person, if the person was to look at himself, he would find mistakes that would prevent his tongue from speaking about others and making him feel ashamed of looking at others. So this is what the Shaykh said, and forgive me for going before him. But this is what the Shaykh said about this person who, and I'll take it back again, but if this person who makes such a claim was to look at his own self, you understand? So, this is very serious. Al-Ajwiba al-Mufida. And this is in, I guess, one of his writings. So I will go on and see if it's complete. Well, this part is not needed. This is to take a little extra. But I will tell you this, and to see again, who is speaking to you, that there's many other scholars, of course, that support Sheikh Al-Uthaymeen, Rahimahullah, Sheikh Al-Albani, Rahimahullah, Sheikh Muqbil, Rahimahullah. Many other scholars that were in and out of Saudi, that studied there, that did works there, that contributed to the country's growth in Islamic pursuit of knowledge, not just any type of other pursuit of knowledge, but Islamic pursuit of knowledge and growth. They contribute to this. These scholars from other countries came there. And they never spoke against Saudi Arabia in the aspect of what these other people who do. And those of you who do this, you need to check yourself. And you need to look at yourself. You need to look at yourself in the mirror. And you need to see about what you're doing wrong. In the month of Ramadan is at this time right now, as I make this video presently today, which is the 14th of July. Okay? And know that I'm not without sin. So how can me, myself, being a Muslim, say that no, Muslims don't sin? Muslims do not sin. No. So these people in Saudi, these rulers, may Allah preserve them and may Allah guide them continually and keep them right. Ameen, Allahumma ameen. We need to make dua for them like I just did, and continue to make dua for them, because they are the light left over out of all of the Muslim countries that have been falling or going through their changes or upon bid'ah. You understand? And if you don't understand that, then you need to seek and learn your deen, and learn the difference between what is the Quran and what is bid'ah, and what is the practice of the Quran and the Sunnah, and what is bid'ah. What is the path of the Salaf? What is the path of the Salaf, and what is not the path of Ahlul Bid'ah? This is what we got to take and balance. If we're going to judge or compare or balance anything out and try to judge ourselves according to the Quran and Sunnah, what we are doing there. How are we implementing that? Or are we just talking off our mouth or off our hip? Or are we just looking at news and CNNs and reading magazines and papers or listening to what people are saying in Twitter and all these reformist, so-called reformist, Islamic reformist groups, which is haram, which is haram. It's haram
because these people are trying to change Islam. For what? Islam has no reason to be changed. It's fine. Allah is clear that. He's cleared that, and His Prophet came to bring it to us and reveal it to us. And it's been here for all this time, and it hasn't gone anywhere. It's not going nowhere. Wake up, people. And again, Saudi Arabia is the land of Tawheed, where it was established. And those people have not deviated away from that path to no longer establish this way. So let's stop it. May Allah help us and guide us. Ameen. Inshallah, I may continue aspects of dealing with the Kingdom of Saudi, the Salafi Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and getting into the issues of the Wahhabi fallacies and defamation with this statement that is made against the people of the Sunnah. Naam. Subhanaka wa hamdihi ashhadu an la ilaha anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Thank you very much for listening.